I'm Brunette from Boys and Girls Hairstyles. Today I have Amanda with me. I'm really excited. She got her hair cut from another gal. She's done some bangs. She has nerve pain, head pain, and so they have shaved some of it back here just so she doesn't have to have all of it, right? It just bugs you to have too much, huh? So anyway, they took a lot of that off. But I want to show you what we're going to do. It's kind of like a balayage, a color melt. We're leaving her natural here. We're going to bring in, I'm just coming on an angle like this. I'm gonna pull this up. Okay, so you can see I'm weaving that, and what I'm gonna do is come through, and I'm gonna cover this. So I'm coming up, you can see I'm coming up there, but I'm just coming through the bottom area. So I'm just painting this on. So I'm not gonna go all the way up into here, just because she's wanting the ends done. Well, actually, yeah, I'm gonna put this over that. Is that okay? Does that foil bug you? Are you okay?
No, it's fine.
Okay. All right, so same thing here. I'm gonna take another little section on an angle. And what you can do after, if you wanna back comb a little bit, just so there's not an exact line, you can do that also. So you can see I'm coloring this up, not all the way up, mainly through the ends, up a little bit through this mid area. So what you wanna do is you wanna kind of make sure where the color is gonna be and picture that when it comes down around their face. And the reason I'm just double foiling that way is because I don't want to flip that up and have some blonde on the bottom that's going to get in to that top hair. Okay, I'm going to let a little bit of hair down of her natural and just leave that natural brown into it. And then I'm going to take another little section. Just because I don't want the whole bottom colored. So I want just a little bit left out. Oops. So you can see I'm bringing this up a little bit towards the front, so I'm not going up in, but a little bit towards the front, but I'm getting those ends. And then maybe this time I'm gonna come up a little bit right here. On the last foil, I come up a little bit back here. So like I'm saying, just it's kind of like a, what do you call it, an art. So you just kind of look at where you're placing the color. And then I just place that, just bend that just a tiny bit. You doing good?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I'm trying not to fall asleep.
Well, and you can too. We'll wake you up when we're done. So you can see I'm just coloring all of this, the bottoms, and then I just come up in a little bit. So if you can picture it, this is going to be around her face. So it's colored up here a tiny bit, definitely all the ends here, which there's gonna be brown underneath that too. And then right here, that lighter is gonna come up a little bit in her front to frame her face because I want that color by her face. over that. And then I just push that down. And you can see this is about where she parts, so you're gonna want to figure out how, you know, how that's gonna fall, and that's where you can put the color. So this is really nice, you guys. This is a great color if you do not want maintenance, okay? It gives you highlighting around your face, things like that, but you don't have to worry about the growth up in. And so that's really nice if you want low maintenance color. So you can see I'm just kind of coming up a little bit here, a little bit in the front, and up here more in the back on this one. Okay, so you can just let the hair fall. You're gonna see how that falls. I'm gonna let a little bit of brown just come through. So I'm not gonna color any of that because I feel like we have enough of the light through that area. But I am going to on this next section. Okay, so the next section, so I leave this brown down, and then I'm gonna bring some up through here. Okay, and then of course I do all these ends. Now this is gonna fall a little bit this way, so I'm gonna bring that color up a tiny bit here in the front, just so there's a little bit more color there in the front. So you can see it's up and then down, kind of up. You just wanna switch it up, okay? Then a little bit more down on this side. And you know, you can, like I said, I'm just brushing up through this area so it's not a line. So you can brush that way. The other thing is you can back comb the hair. So it makes a little cushion so when you do release that hair, it's not that straight line. Okay, so this is gonna come down. I'm gonna do just a tiny bit. You can see I've only done like about 4 little pieces here because I want that brown to come into there. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this a little bit more brown. Do more of the end here. Come up a little bit there and then just down here. And a tiny bit up here. So you can kind of see it's just different. You just want to have it a little bit different. And you can also just kind of do this with your hand, your finger, so it's not an actual line. Okay, so you can see that's gonna go this way, this is gonna go this way. So, and you can see as this falls down, you're obviously down into this color. You won't wanna go up too far here. So I will show you. So you can kind of picture where you've put the color on that section before that. And what's fun about this, you know, color balayage like this, you can place the color where you want it. So it's really fun. And then you don't have those, like I say, you don't have those distinct lines when it's growing out, but yet you do have highlights and you don't have to have, you know, all that maintenance. Okay, so I'm gonna do another little section here. And then what we'll do is we will go to the other side and do the exact same thing. So you can see I'm just kind of doing the ends here, up a little bit through this area, but just the ends down here, just so that switches that up. Okay, now last foil for this side. Again, just mainly the ends. So yeah, Amanda, she's been a friend. Her son has wrestled with my son. Anyway, we've had lots of great times. She is very good at taking pictures. She's our picture taker in our wrestling. You do lots of pictures for that, so that's fun. Okay, you guys, so now, same thing. I'm gonna take and do this parting on an angle. Okay, so I'll do a couple more up here, and then, you know, you guys don't have to sit and watch me do it, but then that way you're gonna get the idea of what you'd like to do. So remember, she's gonna frame her face. So you kind of want to do these ends here. I'm gonna go up a little bit there. Down here. Yeah, a lot of people, and it does depend, you know, a little bit on how short your hair is, but a lot of people hear balayage and think, you know, it's for long hair. So it's definitely not. You definitely can do that with short hair. That's funny how a color can change a haircut too. She says, I don't want to feel like a bubble. I don't want to have a granny haircut. So she wants texture, which obviously you can cut texture into hair, but having this balayage in here will really help as far as the look, because it will show off the layering in her hair. So that's always nice. Okay, I want to show you the bang before I stop too. So just pull that back. Whoop, get another foil. Okay, I'm just going to,
Not a lot of blonde in the bangs.
not a lot of blonde in the bangs. Okay, perfect. Not a lot of blonde in the bangs, she says. So I'm gonna take this little section. Okay, so I'm gonna hold that here. Okay, so I'm gonna take that up in just a little bit right through there. So you can see the blondes up there more, and here it'll just be in the bottom. So obviously there's no blonde that's gonna come up into that, so I'm just going to fold this foil. Okay, and where she doesn't want a lot of a blonde, I'm gonna let that dark. So she's gonna have a little dark underneath, then the blonde. Now I'm just gonna let that dark hang over the blonde. And that way we're safe without going too blonde, because she didn't want a lot of blonde in her bangs. Okay, so same thing here. Put this foil up in there. So you can just see that's kind of loose, which is fine because you don't have to get it up to the, you know, the up here. So you can see right here, this is a longer piece, but it's gonna like blend into her bangs and kind of frame her face with that color. That way, then you don't have a straight line. You just kind of do that. Or like I said, you can backcomb it, either or, whatever you like best. I was telling her, I asked her, the pictures that she showed me with the color actually have it's curled, right? So a balayage, when it's curled, shows up the color a lot better, and it just gives it a different look. She said she doesn't curl her hair too much, which is fine, but you just need to know it does have just a little different look, which is totally fine. It's just, it's gonna look a little bit different when it's curled. Okay, I will show you one more and then I'll let you guys go. Then I'll show you the next video with it done. Okay, so even though she wants, you know, not a ton of blonde in her bangs, just that little bit, I'm still bringing in this longer piece that's gonna frame her face, just so that blends also. So I'm bringing this up a little bit just because there's going to be brown hair, so I don't want just a big brown piece right here. So I am bringing the color up a tiny bit into this area so it will take away from just that dark. So that's what I mean when you do a balayage. Just keep in mind where you've placed color. So that will really help for the look when it is all done. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. We will see you on the next video when she's all processed and we dry her out. So see you then. Thanks so much.